Hello everybody, this is Jannecke from Wisdom from North. Today I'm going to give you some tools on how to astral project. And this is part 3 of my video blog series about astral traveling and lucid dreaming. And like I've said in the other videos, 7 years ago I had my own out-of-body experience and many lucid dreams. And I've decided to talk about this even though, it's a bit scary. I've decided not to follow my fear. I want to follow my heart and show myself courage because I think it's important that we talk about our experiences so we can help each other grow and learn and evolve as human beings. I also want to add again that this is my perspective, my point of view, and my version of the truth is not the truth because I believe truth is always truth from a perspective. And I've also been studying this and read about it online, and there I have verified actually a lot of my own experiences. So they are actually correlating a lot. That is what you will get in this video. Okay, so what is astral projection? Well, astral projection is when you consciously project out of your body and into another dimension. And we actually project into another dimension every day. Every time we go to sleep, we do that. But the thing is, we do it unconsciously. So when you go to sleep, this is your physical body. What happens is that a part of you, the astral body, is moving out of your physical body and is the one who is experiencing all the dreams. And that astral body is existing in another dimension, the 5th dimension, the astral plane. But what happens most of the time is that you are not aware that you're in another dimension because you're dreaming, and you're dreaming through your subconsciousness. What we want to do is we want to be conscious when that split is happening. We don't want to go into sleep. We want to be fully conscious. So you can actually move out of your body and be outside your body and be like, I'm outside my body in another dimension. Okay, so many of you are perhaps thinking that this might be scary because what if you don't come back to your body? But like when you are dreaming, you always get back to your body, right? And that is because, I've been told this, I haven't seen it, but I've been told that you have a silver cord attached to your astral body, which is also connected to the physical body. And that silver cord won't be cut off until you die. That is when that silver cord is cut off, and then you will go to, stay in that other dimension. Okay, so how to astral project? Well, I gotta say, concentration and awareness is key, and practice. So the first thing you can do is every night before you go to bed, or when you're going to bed, lie down in your bed and relax every muscle. Get yourself in a comfortable position and get totally relaxed in all your muscles in your body, especially the face, because we used to usually tense the muscles in our face. It's very important that you do not move. That's key. Because if you lie there and you breathe and you start the exercise and then all of a sudden you move, like it can be the tiniest movement, then immediately you connect the physical body and the astral body together again. And we want them to split. So you have to stay totally calm. You can't move. So you need to be really comfortable in that position. Okay? Relaxed and comfortable. The next thing you need to do is to focus on one thing. I've usually focused on either a mantra or the heartbeats. Somebody online suggested that one can listen to audio files that you can buy. It can be rain pouring, like audio files with only rain pouring. It's really nice to listen to actually. Or some binaural beats. I don't know what that is, but I think it's kind of a repetitive beats that you can buy online, which is audio files. But what my theory is is that the only thing you need to do is actually just to focus your mind on one thing. That it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you focus your mind. Because that's the key. Because what we're trying to do is to get your body to sleep and then your consciousness to stay awake. You don't want to become unconscious and start dreaming. You want to stay totally clear, but have your body fall asleep, because then you can move out of your body. So let's say we're using the heartbeat exercise, that we are focusing on the heart. So you're lying there focusing on the heartbeats. Perhaps you're not hearing them in the beginning, but just pretend that you're hearing them. And after a while, you will start hearing them more and more. So you concentrate on the heart, and you might lie there for an hour and nothing happens. You might lie there for weeks, for hours, every night, and nothing happens. Like I said, it takes dedication. Or it might happen, the first night. It really varies with people. But the next thing that might happen is that you're getting closer to astral projecting the more and more you're practicing. The signals and signs that you can look for astral projection is that you might be feeling that you get vibrations through your body. And they will get stronger and stronger, and it can also appear as electricity. I felt like my whole body all of a sudden was shaking, was vibrating like that. And all of a sudden I didn't feel like, I didn't know where I was. If I was, I didn't have like a feeling of what I was. I just felt this shaking of myself. And then after a little while, I felt myself kind of hovering over my physical body. And then I realized, Jannecke, you gotta be in this other dimension right now. That's when you need to get out of your body. That's the next thing you need to do. When you're feeling those vibrations really strong and you feel like you have split from your physical body, you need to get out. And you can't just think that you're going out, like mentally. You need to actually do it. And what happened to me was that I did that, and all of a sudden I was standing next to my bed and next to my body, and I was like, wow, here I am. There is my body. This is really weird. And then I didn't dare to look back at my body, so I just went into my living room, and then I flew out through the window, and I went up to the air, and I saw some beautiful symbols there, which I think was actually put there for my learning, to teach me something. That was one of my most wonderful experiences. Okay, so now we have that practice in the evening. Another thing I will suggest is that you practice during the morning. And that's actually a very good time to practice astral projection. And I don't know why that is, but I think it has to do with that your astral body have been dreaming all night, and then it's about to come back to your physical body, and just in that process, it's kind of a window that you have a possibility of becoming conscious. So right after you wake up in the morning, if you close your eyes again and then start meditating, start working on the astral projection, then it's much more likely that you will actually either have a lucid dreaming, that you will fall into sleep but awake in the dream, or that you will actually astral project, move out of your body. So the morning is just really good and effective ways of getting out of your body. So I suggest that. Another thing you can do is practice during the day, because what we want to make sure that we are developing is mind focus and mind concentration. And an example of how you can do that is in the middle of the day, for instance, sit down and meditate. And then you can, for example, concentrate on a candlelight. And try just to look at that candlelight for, in the beginning, just do it not too long, maybe 10 minutes. You can focus on the candlelight maybe for 10 minutes, and then you can close your eyes and picture that candlelight in your mind, in the third eye. And whenever a thought is coming across, just let it fly through your consciousness, like, clouds in the sky, and just leave it. Don't get attached to that thought. Just go back to the candlelight, go back to the flame. Try really to focus your mind. Another thing you can do is to take an object, for instance this, and you can look at it. You can really examine it with your vision, and then you can close your eyes and you can feel it, really feel the texture, and then you can put it aside and you can imagine that you are that object. You can kind of project yourself into that object, because what we're doing then is we're practicing separating ourselves, that I practice being this object, then I practice actually going out of my body and into this object. That will also help you in your astral projection exercises. Another thing you can do is to either lie down or sit and visualize and imagine that you are actually out of your body. For instance, I can sit here and meditate and imagine that I'm going out of my body and that I am going into my kitchen, and then I can really examine the kitchen. I can feel on the walls, I can see everything that's there. I can just, imagining that I am outside my body being in the kitchen. And the longer you're doing it, and the more often you're doing that, the better. But I also want to say that do not force yourself to do it, because then your mind will rebel and you will get really tired and you will be like, I don't want to do this anymore. So be gentle with yourself and be patient and just increase your exercises, the time longer and longer. And then if you do this, every morning, do practice in the day, do practice in the evening, then after a while things will start happening. Okay, so yeah, what to do when you get out of your body. Like I said in the other videos, you might encounter a lot of different things that you're not used to from this reality. Because, like I said, everything that's here is also in the astral, but there are a lot of more things. For instance, there are lower levels, like the places we go to when we have nightmares, and you can meet negative beings there, like we do in this world. There are a lot of negative people here too. But you shouldn't be afraid at all. There's nothing to be afraid of, because they can't really harm you. You never die in dreams, right? You're just frightened. But I will say that it does feel, you are feeling your emotions very intensely, very intense. And I think you probably have experience with that, when you're dreaming, you feel the emotions just as much as you do in the physical world. So you might feel the fear, but if you just, remember that there's nothing to be afraid of. And besides, when you meet, maybe you can meet a monster or something, it might be put there for you in order to meet your own shadows. So it might be a teaching for you. Actually, I also must advise you not to get too excited. Because what happens when you get so excited that you're like, oh, I'm out of my body. I'm out of my body. I managed it. Then I can promise you will be back into this reality. So try just to stay calm, and whatever situation that you're in the astral, try to stay calm, not afraid, not too excited. Just try to stay present and focused. And yeah. And what you can do, you can fly, you can ask questions to the sky, you can invoke spiritual masters, you can travel to places. I mean, you can actually, and this can actually be verified. There have been done studies on this, that people have been in a room, and another person have been in another room, put things there that the people in the study group don't know about, and then they have astral projected into the room, and they have told afterwards what kind of physical things that were there. But I guess it's just not too many studies on this yet, but it will come, I believe that. I will also suggest that you, when you get into the astral, that you don't waste your time there, because of course you can engage in all kinds of activities, but I advise you to use your time really to evolve spiritually, to get to know your soul. I mean, like I said, there's infinite possibilities. You can go to the past, you can see future events that might happen, and yeah, it's just such a great chance to really evolve. And I will also suggest that you look up online, Teal Swan, for instance. She talks about this. There's an academy that's called the International Academy of Consciousness. And there's this guy called Luis Minero. He has made a lot of interviews on YouTube, and he has a really scientific approach to this. So he might be good to learn from. Charlie Morley is another one. And yeah, spirit science is great too. Just look up spirit science on YouTube, and they have a video on astral projection as well. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful, and I'm excited to hear from you, and to hear if you want to do this, if you're inspired to do this, and if you get any results. I would love to hear back from you. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and much light from Oslo. Bye bye.